Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kohalim La Yahweh, H.I.M Yahushai, H.I.M HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. That by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh H.I.M Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Hanan the Waf, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And was just watching the elder out in New York. And he was going off into those blackouts that's going on out there in Spain. And, you know, I done a quick little lesson on it the other day, but, you know, seeing a little bit more information and news on it, yeah, it's going to, you know, when shit like that happens here in the U.S., and it's going to, you know, we can see it, you know, just speaking as a man, you know, we can see those types of things coming and the chaos that is going to bring with it. It's going to be some rough fucking times, man, you know. Now, you got people that's out here. What I want to key in on as far as the elder was talking about was, you know, just, you know, pretty much overall staying circumspect and staying in the spirit, because these people, these people that's just out here just on some regular shit, they're just carnal, man. They're going to be thinking from aspect of, okay, well, I got plenty of canned goods, I got ramen noodles stacked to the damn roof, I got plenty of bottled waters, you know what I'm saying, I got plenty of guns and bullets and all this type of stuff like that. But there could come a point where, okay, you may have all that stuff and say you're nowhere near it. Say you're, you know, when shit hits the fans, you're out of town, or you just you know, 20 miles away from your house or something. And it could be hard as hell to make it 20 miles to your house if something like that was to break out. Let's just say it breaks out at night. Everything just clips right at night, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know what the fuck going on. And you wake up the next day type of deal. Or, you know, now you sitting there, you do have some candles. You may have a flashlight or two, or you're using your damn flashlight on your phone. But what's going to happen from there? You know, people, it's going to be chaotic as hell. People are first off going to be trying to wake up and figure out, okay, what's going on with the ATMs? Because that's one thing that happened that blacked out there too. Them people couldn't go to the ATM machine to get no money. If you didn't have cash on you, matter of fact, I was, you know, because I was watching the news, and it was like, you know, cab drivers and drivers in general, just people in general, they like, shit, hey, you got to have some cash, you know? And it's funny, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, Esau, he's trying to get rid of the cash, but in that moment, they needed some cash. You know, so you think that they would keep every, you know, some options open. That's just like with, you know, because Esau is just dumb as hell. You know, that's why the scriptures talks about a base man. You know, the Lord, he set up the kingdoms, and he set it up over it, the basis of men. You know, he can set up who he wants over the nations. And so with Esau, he just does things backwards as hell, because he goes totally against the scriptures anyway. Because why would you have your whole system just running down in one, you know, just that one way, where everything is, you know, pretty much running off electricity like that? You know, you know, you're not thinking things through. Just in case, you should have a backup type of deal. And then, you know, this is stuff that, you know, they're doing their testing, they talk about their science, they talk about their data and all this other bullshit. But man, Esau don't know what the hell he's doing, man. You know, and especially right now, he's just out here, he's just grasping at the wind right now, man. He really doesn't know what's going on. They used to have a little better handle on stuff, but now it's like, man, they just, the wisdom, or the left-handed side wisdom is, you know, it's kind of playing against them now, man. So, but yeah, people was, you know, they, you know, can you imagine being stuck in a goddamn train tunnel? It's dark as shit. Them people had to walk, you know, they have to walk, you know, through the tunnels. You had older people that were on, you know, oxygen tanks and all these different types of medical, you know, things where they need electricity, so to speak, to actually, for what they, you know, their medicine, so to speak, or, you know, what they need to survive. They need that electricity, man. Hospitals, hospitals, they generally have some pretty decent generators, but stuff like that can even last only so long, So it was a lot of panic, a lot of, and then just think, you got elderly people that live by themselves. So when shit really hits, that's a scary, scary situation. And I'm willing to bet you those women out there, they asses was in the crib. I bet you they was in the crib. All that hanging out, why the fuck wasn't you not hanging out then? Oh, well, of course, wasn't shit open for your ass to hang out at, but you best believe motherfuckers was in their houses, hovered around each other, hugged up in a damn huddle like a damn football player is about to be administered, looking silly as hell, and just wondering what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have they're just not prepared. They don't have any radios. Like those, because you can get like an emergency radio, that just in case some shit goes down, where you can turn to a certain channel and you can actually, get some updates or whatever, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. But that comes with having sense enough to get some damn, have batteries on deck, candles on deck. It's wise to have some matches on deck. Hell, I mean, you need things, but people don't be thinking about stuff like that. They just go about their day-to-day basis. I mean, day-to-day routine, and they don't think, about nothing happening. Especially here in America, man. These Americans, these prideful ass Americans, they don't think that anything could ever happen that would throw them for a loop like that. They just don't believe it. But like I was listening to the elder Malcolm out in Chicago earlier. And all the brothers, we already know, what I'm saying, Americans, they're not mentally prepared. They're not mentally, the people here have it too easy. They've had it too easy, but for far too long. You able to pull up in a drive-through. You able to just walk into your refrigerator and just eat all goddamn day. Everything is just at your convenience. When you think about Eastern countries, those Eastern countries, man, they don't be having no damn microwaves, and you can just go warm up a damn bean burrito or some shit out of the freezer, or pop a damn pizza into your toaster oven or whatever the fuck the oven. They don't be doing stuff like that, man. They you got to build a damn fire, and that's something that a lot of these people in America don't know how to fucking do neither. Is build a fire. And guess what? A lot of these single women that's out here talking about they don't need no man. And guess what? The internet went out. It wasn't no Instagram, right? It wasn't no YouTube for you to be on. It wasn't no internet, no Facebook and all that other shit that you twerking and popping your ass on. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? That's a done deal. So what you gonna do then? When your OnlyFans is down, when you gonna fall back, you gonna try and find the simp. First off, you gonna try and find your you gonna see that main dude that you rely on. He's not gonna be fucking with you, and if he is fucking with you, it ain't gonna be on the level of what you would normally think, or your normal circumstances. So you're gonna be looking for that simp. That good guy, that guy that was all, I remember he was good to me. He was resourceful. He knew how to work on cars. He could fix anything. He had all kinds of tools. He would know what to do right now. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of that going on, man. But you're going to be alone. And I know, like, I just be, throughout my neighborhood. I guess that's any so-called black neighborhood anyway. Overall, man, it's just single mothers, man, with a bunch of damn kids. Those kids gonna be running their asses crazy. Cause the average woman, they can't handle one child. They 2, 3, 4. They gonna be calling them baby daddies. Them baby daddies gonna be like, huh? What? Now you gonna have some men that's got some love for their children, may want to come through and swoop. But hey, they gonna come and get their child. They not coming to help you out with those other 4 kids that you got by other 4 baby daddies. You know? So a lot of chaotic shit is about to be going on. You know, you got women out here, they got their little, I know here, they got their little CCWs and, you know, they little guns and shit like that. Got a little pink Glock. Oh, it's so cute. You know what I'm saying? But that's not gonna be enough. When shit gets crazy out here, none of that's gonna be enough, man. You know, you're gonna be wanting to fall back on Isaiah 33:6. For wisdom and knowledge for this wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. This is what we're relying on. We're relying on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. When shit like that happens, Jacob's trouble comes down the pipe, man. Because Esau and them, man, they can shut this shit down at any point in the game. Now I was listening to another elder out of New York yesterday. he was saying it funny as hell. It was funny the way he was saying it, but he was real about it, and it was something that's been on my spirit for quite some time as well. You know what I'm saying? As far as straight nigga out here, just nigga with some beads in his head, switching his ass with another. The black woman boy would deal with anybody, man. You know, they push these wicked ass niggas trying to be bitches, man. Another thing, they gonna go crazy too. Your bitch ass gonna turn into a man. And these study buddies, they gonna turn into some damn women. Because they gonna be the first ones to be ravished, because they gonna feel it, because these dudes, they gonna be looking for some they gonna have a field day with that virgin box of you studs. You ones that's running around out here with that tightness that ain't got no whole bunch of bodies on your ass. They ain't gonna care about you looking like no dude. They might actually be into that. But anyway, Salakia, man, just pissed me off seeing this clown, man. Jake, he's damn braids with a bunch of damn beads in his fucking head. Like he's fucking 5 years old. Switching his ass, man. And that's the reason why destruction must come to this place, man. You know? But I just wanted to just, you know, not Salakia for the rant, man. But it's like, god damn, bro. Scripture talks about how I think that's Ecclesiastes 7:7. How, you know what I'm saying, you know, just being into this truth, man, it vexes you, you know what I'm saying, when you see bullshit. You know, that righteousness, you know what I'm saying, when you seeing unrighteousness or wickedness, it just, you know, it vexes you in the spirit, man. But that's the reason why the Lord is coming, man. The Lord is coming to clean this shit up soon. So all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for that, man. I'm almost at my destination. Just wanted to just do a quick little vid on you know, just hitting the record button, man, just flowing in the spirit. But the elder was talking about how, again, with that internet going out, because they didn't have nothing, gas stations. If you didn't have a, matter of fact, the apostle, I was listening to that elder yesterday. He was talking about how the apostle Zahar was talking about keep a full tank of gas. While I was listening to that video, I pulled right up to the gas station and topped off my tank, man. So keep you a full tank of gas. That bitch get to 3 quarters. You know, if you use a quarter, you should be going to getting that quarter back. $10, $15, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But keeping that bitch on full will come in handy. You do not. I remember the last blackout that was here, that was in the Eastern Seaboard back in the days, and people was going nuts, man. And the gas stations was motherfuckers was on top of their cars. That shit was so goddamn crazy. I'll never forget that. And that was just here in the Eastern Seaboard. It wasn't all of America. Just think about all of America blacking out. You're gonna at least want to have you some fucking petroleum, and maybe if you got a garage and you can keep a jug, you know, you can get like a 5-gallon canister. If you can do that too. Maybe get you 2 of them bitches if you can. But anyway, you know, that was one of the things that the elders was going into, which makes sense. He was talking about, you know, keeping you some canned goods, you know, rice, you know, because even if you don't have nothing, no fire, you can just put rice and water in it. That water will, that rice will absorb that water, and over time, you know, it'll soften it up where you can eat it, even though it may not be hot, so to speak, you know. But, you know, certain things you should, you know, just have in your home. We know that none of that shit is going to save us, but because we understand that, you know, it's by the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. that you know, him having mercy on us and him looking out for us, that's what's gonna be. That's what I was saying about the Isaiah 33:6. This wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You know, so, you know, we're to just, you know, the prudent man seeth the evil and he hideth himself, you know, roughly paraphrasing that, you know. So there's nothing wrong with preparation. So with that, I'm here at my destination. So with that, hey, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala on the Bible Ball.